Hi everyone, and welcome to the Good Talk, where we answer all of your burning questions, 40K and otherwise. John.
This was an amazing game. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Two very dynamic armies in the movement phase. Kind of me with my redeploys.
Yeah.
In the psychic and in the movement phase, paying CP, bouncing around. And then yours with your battle focus, your crazy advances, your advance and charges.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see. We were playing on like a very long map, and you were just closing the distance super quickly. I had to work a little harder for my distance. I kind of creeped up. I was a little more telegraphed in my movement.
Yeah.
And I left you like a lot to deep strike in the back. You took advantage of it with the Falcon, and the Banshees took that point and just never gave it back. It was crazy.
Yeah. Eldar are fun. New Aeldari, very fun. I like Craftworld. I think Saim-Hann's cool. You get to move kind of wherever you want.
Dude.
Yeah.
You had more movement than you really even needed. Like you're battle focusing things that like just battle focused because they could battle focus, you know?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm most sad that that my Farseer died when he died. Because I really wanted that 20-inch objective secured in turn 4 and 5, and I missed it.
It's that risk that we were talking about, where like, oh man, like if he dies before turn 5 and you go second, now you're losing out on this free, basically objective primary at the end of the game, which actually came into play.
It definitely came into play. Scry, I'm into Scry. This Saim-Hann with the bikes can do Scry well.
Yeah.
The danger, of course, is denies, but Fate Dice kind of help with that. Unless you have some insanity.
We had a lot going against you. Not only did I roll super hot, I could deny you at every waking moment.
But you know, like Scry, still, you can have a 6 and then you roll. Try not to roll 1. Yeah. Try not to CP that 1 into a 6 and blow up your Warlock.
Roll
another 6 on damage to kill the Warlock.
Gosh. Dude.
That normally won't happen.
That normally won't happen, and you not only will, like, not perils, but you won't roll a 3 for damage on a 3-wound model.
Right.
That then blows up and does mortals to everything around.
So I personally will be taking Scry again. I like it. And I think with a bike Psyker army, it's good.
A biker army?
A biker, a psyker.
Biker psyker?
A biker army.
Psyker.
You just say biker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with a
Y. It's biker with a Y.
Oh, it's with a Y. That's how you get it.
Moving on. This is what I like about Craftworld. Their secondaries aren't like super OP. There's not one that you'll take every single time, like Grey Knights. They'll always take Psychic or the
Purifying Ritual.
Purifying
So
Ritual.
good, yeah.
You have 3, maybe 4 secondaries that you'll always consider and play differently depending on what army you build, what matchup you'd get.
Yeah.
So
there's something with Rangers, yeah.
There's one with Rangers. That's the iffy one, right?
But if you were Ranger Danger,
you were just Ranger Danger everywhere, you decided to buy all the new models. You have like
Shroud
6
Runners,
Rangers and 3 Shroud runners. Then you could maybe consider this.
Yeah.
The others still might be better.
Yeah.
Protecting the gateway, the webway, really good.
Right.
And Aspect Warriors, killing stuff, kind of good if you're Aspect Warrior heavy.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Well, you're the Eldar guy. Before we do MVPs, I got to ask, you saw my list.
Yeah.
I've got more stuff coming and painting up. What didn't you like? What didn't you like here in this Saim-Hann list? What would you take out? What would you swap around?
Honestly, I wanted to say the Warwalkers. I immediately thought like, oh, Warwalkers might be a mistake, not core, no rerolls. But you went immediately hot. The first time you shot with them, went hot, killed a bunch of stuff. Really good. They kind of simmered out at the rest of the game.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man, honestly, Shroud Runners. They're not great.
Oh, sure, yeah. The Shroud Runners we put in to show off the new model.
I don't know, man. Hot take. I think Scatterbikes are worse. Shroud Runners are cheap. They have the pregame move. Don't expect them to kill anything. They'll die.
They're and they have scatter lasers.
How many points?
105 for the Shroud Runners, 125 for the Scat Bikes.
And they are equally effective as far as I'm concerned.
3 versus 5
in shooting.
models.
You don't need to take 6, 5, or 5 scatter bikes though, right?
You can take 3.
Yeah.
So like their cost goes down.
Yeah.
Do you pay anything for the scatter laser?
5 points a model.
So you could make them even cheaper. Don't bother with scatter lasers.
Just take the Shroud. Which They didn't do much in this game because I think I misplayed them a little bit. They did come out and do and tear some stuff up in one turn, but then they got kind of shot up, which is what you said would happen. But I do think that actually, I'm very interested in more Shuriken catapult bikes.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of synergy there. You can do Blade Storm, where scatter bikes you can't. That's the 6 explode.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like far flung that you can tech into.
Reroll 1s if you're targeting something on an objective.
Yeah.
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 So
Cool.
interesting stuff. Who was your
Anyways,
MVP?
yeah, MVPs. Oh man, the Dread shooting still very impressive.
Yeah.
If Craftworld actually go up into like the big top 3 meta armies, Dreads are just gonna be so good. They're gonna kill anything Eldar. It's just like the perfect AP, damage, strength.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
So I have to give it to Dreads. I always want to give it to the Terminators. Probably couldn't this turn or this game.
The Paladins?
The Paladins, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess for me, probably the Shining Spears.
Yeah.
There's still an Exarch alive. That's a good thing. In a tighter game, he could have won it for me, maybe. You know, by moving somewhere, doing something.
For sure. Yeah. As soon as the stream ended, I was like, whoa, pretty impressed with the Shining Spears.
The Shining Spears,
I had a lot of doubt.
2 of them picked up. I mean, the Exarch alone picked up a strike squad. They beat up the Paladins.
Yeah. And you were biding your time until you can utilize them efficiently
Yeah.
and effectively.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
It's a good pick. Awesome. Do we have any burning questions?
We
Warhammer or
do. We
more,
do have
or
a few questions here. Thanks, Christian. Hey, Titans crew. As always, obscure guard question clarifying Tuesday's question. With Deathcore of Krieg Death Riders getting an FAQ to fast attack, are they with engineers viable for deep strike secondaries?
What? So he's
So Deathcore Death Riders got FAQ'd to fast attack.
Okay.
Are they and engineers viable for deep strike secondaries?
They'll outflank, right?
I don't know why them being in a fast attack slot
Right.
changes.
Were they elite and maybe
I'll
filled up
bet they were
too
elite.
much of the slot?
Well, you only have 3 fast attack slots in a battalion, whereas you have 6 elite.
Oh, I'm wondering Christian, if you're still in chat, let us know. Because we're all wondering what you mean with the fast attack point out, but maybe they're basically saying you'll take less now.
Oh,
And so will you take them at all? Like
no, I think it's the opposite. I think elite was a highly contested slot.
Right,
because
that's
I think
what I was trying to say.
engineers and Deathcore, or the Death Riders, were probably both elite.
Okay.
And even though you have 6 elite slots, if you take 3 of each of those units, because those are the cool
That's
Deathcore
already-
units,
Yeah.
then you have all your elites filled. Maybe you want other elites.
So you're gonna have less of these models now.
No, more of these now, because they're fast attack now.
But still, they're non-obsec cavalry,
They can do
not great at actions. I guess they
they can do R&D if you have a 6-man squad.
They can R&D, and that's about it. They can't plant bombs immediately. They can't banners. They can't. I don't know.
Would you ever take 6 for research and development?
Why would you take? Oh, 6 models. Yeah.
6 Death
Sure.
Riders for research and
Well, why
development.
not just 5 troops, right? And do strategic.
5 what
reserve?
troops? Your guard.
Oh, you're right.
I guess.
Okay,
it's,
sure. I see your point. Yeah. I guess you would take 2.
And it's hard to fit 10 guardsmen.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well,
they'll
it's
screen that out.
hard to fit 6 ponies, I'm sure.
You're right. That's a bigger footprint than 10 guardsmen.
I wonder. I also wonder how many points they are. Do we know?
Why are you looking at me?
Maybe
There's some amount
maybe
of
you know how
points.
many points they are. I don't know.
They're,
No, I don't.
They're guard points. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm going to guess 13 points a model.
That
We're gonna
sounds,
guess
that sounds
the-
good.
13 points a model for Death Riders?
No.
I mean, that sounds right. Your guess sounds.
I think it's okay.
I like
I
your
think
guess.
it's. I think
I think it's a
they're
decent point
11.
cost.
So that's 77.
11? Get out of here, John.
Somebody tell us. Bridger. Bridger says 13. John says
Yeah.
11. I'm
Yeah.
going to do that Price is Right thing where I go either above or below one of you guys to ruin
Yeah,
one
not
of your
12.
votes. 12 would be the worst. But it could be 12. That's the thing. And if I'm going to say they're overcosted and that they're 14 points a model.
Okay.
I'm going to
Oh,
ruin
wow.
Bridger.
How much is a guardsman per model?
5.5.
So you're telling me a pony costs 7 points.
They're way faster. and they
You think
have
7 may be points?
No.
No,
Like
I think
so like there's
7
a
on
guardsman
top of the
on
guardsman.
a horse.
Oh, okay. The horse itself is 7.
Cost 7 points. I don't know.
I mean, the horse is way cooler than the guardsman. And, to be frank, the horse is T4, guardsman T3.
Or chat,
Horse.
weird.
Probably better save too.
More than twice as fat.
Probably
no,
not.
I don't.
Probably
No,
not.
I don't. Let's calm
Chat,
down.
let us know if you know the answer to how many points, because we
So this just in.
have a lot riding on this.
Couple of things. One,
We're talking
cavalry.
about this long enough.
Cavalry can't do research and development, so there's that.
Well, so
So
no
immediately,
actions,
no
then.
actions. We're getting conflicting reports. Some say 15 points. Some say 20 points.
So either way sounds like, either way, with these two horrible point values, I win by doing my cheeky Price is Right thing.
20 points. Wind Rider's 20 points.
Yeah, I wouldn't. 20 points per model is a lot for Death Riders.
That's brutal.
Like, they're good in combat. The reason the horse costs more than the man, they both have 1 wound, but the horse is T4, and the horse has actual combat. The man doesn't have combat. Because I think Death Riders have 2 attacks. On the charge, I think their strength 6, maybe?
Are these guys like with the
That's right.
explosive spear tip thing?
Like that.
Explosive spear tip.
I don't.
Is that them?
No,
like-
I think you made that up,
Nope.
Zach.
No, it's a thing.
It could be.
It's either them or maybe a Krieg thing. Somebody has that.
We're talking about
it's-
Krieg.
Is it like?
Or Talarin, or somebody has these explosive spear tips.
Is it
on
like
their
the Knight's
horses.
Tale wale like it's like a fist and then but like it breaks open and then there's like an actual pike there? It's like,
There's like a little bomb on it.
Somebody,
Somebody, somebody educate Bridger about the.
you guys know what I'm talking
Yes.
That
about.
was a great reference. Talking about nostalgia stuff from the 90s. That was a
It's a
good
great
reference.
movie.
Yeah.
That's
Alright,
like
cool.
Dragonheart. That was
Dragonheart, even older.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
original,
yeah.
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 Look, he's achieved his goal. We went on a crazy tangent.
And John's point, I think, is the takeaway here. Still probably not good, sadly.
Christian, I would not be doing secondaries with them. You could engage with them, but I wouldn't. They're there for combat. They're
Not a lot
there
of-
for speed and combat.
Not a lot of actions you can do.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks. Willow,
Hello.
if only the Codex came with a data sheet for a super heavy Wraithbone construct of some sort that looks really striking and cool. Wraith Knight, please. We don't own a. I guess John owns 5 Wraith Knights.
Yeah, confirmed 5.
Because you're a monster.
They're actually in shambles right now.
Oh.
But
That's
yeah,
not
you
good.
glue them back together.
Are you gonna? Why do you have 5? Just because at one point that was
I
a thing?
ran into.
You, like,
some Wraith
found them at
Knights.
a
I had
garage
2
sale.
and then I just ran into 3 more.
Can I?
so-
Maybe I'll buy one off you if you're selling. Unless you want 5 Wraith Knights.
Right.
Okay.
Paint them up. I don't know. Plan. We do have a Legends. What are they called? Sketchatan.
Saskatchewan.
Oh,
We do. Can we put him on camera? Is he camera shy?
I don't know what you're
You can
talking
grab.
about.
It's the black and red.
It's the Wraith Knight, Zach. What? How do you, oh, that could have
Yeah, I was like kind of excited to start running this guy, but then I looked and he's actually Legends. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we could.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course we could run
All
on
right.
the channel.
One of his
but-
magnets came out.
Oh
but
no.
Here's Saskatchewan.
Sketch.
The whole
Oh, there's
province.
Bridger. Bridger.
Oh, it's me.
Bridger. Oh.
Hi, chat.
Oh, that's right. Bridger's usually, or like the, what's it called?
The producer?
The producer is usually on camera.
For
Yeah,
this
we can talk.
for this segment, yeah. So Zach, there's
There he is.
Saskatchewan.
Oh, I actually never seen him up close. He has like a cool jump backpack.
He's like a
He's like a warp spider, yeah.
Is that his thing? Okay.
Isn't that the
I
thing that
didn't
makes
know
him
about
special?
this model. I never knew what this was. This is the first time ever hearing or seeing this thing.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Unfortunately, not in the new Codex, but really cool. Oh my gosh, he's like, the Dread Knight actually pales in comparison.
But
Yeah.
he's a Wraith Knight, of course.
I mean, cool. All right, cool. All right, moving on.
John's playing with his action figures. I'm being told, this just in,
Yeah.
Scathach, not Legends.
What?
Yep.
You know, internet has failed me.
You're
Yep.
back.
He's back
We're
on the
back.
menu. He's
All right,
back on the
guys.
menu, boys.
John,
you heard it.
You're committing.
Adrian
You're gonna
is
play
running
him.
this.
Oh,
Saturday.
Adrian's gonna play it? Okay, all right.
It is his model. Adrian, if you're here, you're playing this.
He's in the Forge Rule book, right there.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Swins. What's the meanest, dirtiest Salamanders army you can make? Also, airbrush for winter, faster base coat with least headaches for messing up cleaning.
You want to take the painting stuff first, or should we build them a list?
Sorry, can you read the painting question part again?
Yeah. Airbrush for winter or faster base coat with least headaches for messing up cleaning. Because airbrushing in the winter is not the same as in the summer in places that get cold, Zach. So he wants an airbrush, or they want an airbrush that's good in the winter, can do a faster base coat with less headaches, and easy to clean.
I've airbrushed in some temperature variations. I'm not sure I've ever like airbrushed at a place or a situation where it's so cold that like that matters.
Think Midwest.
Like
a lot of people airbrush in their garage.
Like in a hobby, yeah.
And
so
maybe
I
it's
can't
like
answer. I can't answer
20
that.
degrees.
But I would for the rest of it, I'd recommend the Patriot. The Badger Patriot 105 does the rest of those things. My guess is if there's a weather problem, it's the least finicky airbrush that I've used. So my guess is it would continue to be the best. But I don't know if there's an airbrush that's specifically designed to airbrush in the cold. So I can't answer the question about winter airbrushing.
Right.
Yeah. But the rest, I would say the Patriots covers a lot of ground. No, easy to clean, and then very workhorsey. And what I would say also is that any of the Badger brushes are nice because they have a large opening at the bottom. Same with the Iwata Eclipse. That's what makes the airbrush easier to clean. Large opening at the bottom of the cup. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. All right, the Salamanders list. What do you guys think? I was kind of not a believer in the Salamanders. When I first kind of saw them around, I was mostly like Blood Angels, White Scars, Ultramarines, like the classics, you know? Everyone kind of is exposed to them. But Salamanders, probably one of the best chapters, at least in shooting, for sure. +1 to wound, really good with flamers on Meltas, right? So I would just go all in. I've only played them once so far, so I can't I'm not like a super master at it, but like impulsors with like aggressors, flamers going in, kind of awesome. No,
Doesn't an impulsor hold 6 models?
No, 6? What? And
yep.
then
impulsors hold 6, and
aggressors take 2.
They count as 2, so
it'll be 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Or I've seen drop pods come down, like with characters, and then you like have non-characters do the bodyguard thing, and so now this like the dread character is like totally unkillable, basically. Kind of cool. Seen that a lot.
Okay.
But flamers.
Yeah. Yeah. So flamers and meltas are good.
Yeah.
Combat is good because they have a strat for +1 to wound in any phase.
That's really good.
They have veterans and long war for 1 CP.
I did not know that.
And they have. We should go get your shirt, John. And they have.
This is Cobra?
This is Cobra. And they have +1 to hit for Terminators.
Oh yeah, Firstborn, right? Everyone has that, right? Makes sense.
Yeah, but I guess it adds up.
But they have another +1 to hit strat.
I just feel like if you don't take flamers, just spam the flamers.
This is for you, John.
Why are you taking
Salamanders?
Hi, Cobra.
There he is. Should we just open this now? Mail time!
We should probably finish the Salamanders question, but.
What else would you add to this list? Oh my gosh. Is there math on my shirt?
I would say 2x3 heavy eradicators. You want a 5-mana blade guard. You want a smash chaplain on bike. And then basic troops. And that's pretty much the whole list.
That's cool. Ready for this?
Let's see it.
Hooah!
First step to admitting you have a problem.
It's math. I love this. This is funny.
I have to wear this on Saturday.
John, what's this problem you have?
It's math.
Math is your problem?
Yeah, it's actually math.
Math
Math
is
is the
the
problem.
to be solved.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you, Cobra. It's
Thanks,
awesome.
Cobra.
This is great.
And it's purple.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes.
They have another strat for +1 to hit, don't they?
I don't know.
Salamanders?
+1 to
In
hit?
combat.
That's
I'm pretty
not-
sure they have +1 to hit in combat with like any unit.
I don't know, man.
It sounds right. I don't know. Maybe I made that up.
They do have some really good strats, though.
They do. Yeah.
It's really great.
Thanks, Mike. Evening Titans getting some free
Yo.
Space Marines. This will be my first chapter. What should I pick? Leaning towards Grey Knights. Well,
Whoa.
that's not. Grey Knights have their own models. You can't do that.
Whoa, you can believe. You can
Nope.
kit bash something.
Sure.
It's a little difficult though.
Yeah, that would be without knowing exactly what you're getting. If they're actual Grey Knight models or a lot of Firstborn, maybe you can make that happen. If you're getting a lot of Primaris, they technically aren't. Of course, you could build a Grey Knight Primaris army, like you're saying, if you wanted a true scale, right?
That's true. Yeah, they're all still Firstborn, little small Marine men.
Yeah.
What kind of bits does he need to convert
Into Grey Knights?
a Grey Knight?
Well, he needs these
All their
things.
weapons are different. That's the problem.
He needs
They have their own
power
kits
weapons.
because they have halberds, which nobody else has.
Yeah.
They have
Power
falchions,
swords.
which nobody else has.
power swords.
Their power swords are different, but you can get like a power sword per kit of normal Space Marines.
Yeah, that would be the stretch. That would be the hard stretch. What if let's say that he liked the play style? What actual Space Marine chapter would you pick?
Ooh. If you like Grey Knights,
You're maybe thinking psychic, or you're thinking they kind of do like everything. They're almost like
I know, right? They're like
psychic,
super
yeah, like
fighty,
super Marines,
shooty.
yeah. You could almost build any Space Marine. Like,
They're almost flexible, like Ultramarines,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Because Ultramarines are also psychic. They have amazing psyker called Tigurius.
They've got Blade Guard.
They have Blade Guard. They have melee. You can go anywhere with it, and they have a lot of dreads as well that you can take as Ultramarines.
What about if you want to emulate all the little nasty shooting? You could do fists, maybe.
Sure,
Yeah,
a bunch of little shots.
Little shots.
Mm-hmm.
Lore-wise or coolness-wise, as far as
Uh-oh.
painting, I feel like I'd go Ultramarines, honestly, all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, these guys are right. It's going to be a little tough if you're just getting normal Marine models and you want to do Grey Knights with them. It's really a different model line.
it is, yeah, because each Grey Knight has a Stormbolter, which you get 0 of in any Space Marine kits. You can get a Combi Bolter in Space Marine kits, but you'll get 1 per kit.
Yeah.
And then all their combat weapons are also different. So
Yeah,
it's tough.
you would have to kind of look maybe on Etsy or like 3D printing places and see if you could find the bits.
Which is not like impossible.
not
I'm sure it's
impossible.
not
Yeah.
super difficult. I know the person that did our commission here 3D printed a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
Like he 3D printed like arms and stuff, so that like all the options could be on there.
Yeah,
Like the arms come off, the backpacks come off. Kind of cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited that you want to play Grey Knights. I think they're a super great chapter or.
They
Marine
seem fun to
faction.
play. They seem really fun to play.
Maybe they're just asking Grey Knights because we're playing Grey Knights. And those are Space Marines. I would say Ultramarines. Go for Ultras.
I think we all said Ultramarines. I think that's
Yeah.
our official.
Paint them blue.
Our blue is really nice.
Yeah,
If you're picking blues, take a look at our Ultramarines.
yeah. We use Techless blue is the move.
Well, our Ultramarines are like five different blues.
Well, the main color is Techless blue. Right?
There
So
you go.
build up to that. Yeah,
Build up to Techless.
yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Jason.
Heyo, good luck, guys. Looking forward to the game. Bridger, I'm back to shilling for Valerian. Have your opinions changed with the update to Phoenix Lords? Telling you, give him a shot.
Wait, what?
So Valerian is a named shield captain.
Okay.
He came with a sister, Alea. They're from the Black Library book. There's a book all about this pair of people. And his special ability is that he ignores anything that ignores damage. So he has the Nightbringer ability of like, you don't get Feel Pains.
Yeah.
The whole, you only
No
take
brackets.
X wounds per phase.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
ignore all that.
Cool.
It's cool. No, he's good. Like, it's just, it's almost never optimal to have a named character unless they're doing something that you couldn't do otherwise.
Oh, that's why he mentioned Phoenix Lords.
Right.
Because now he can just cut right through it.
cut right through the Phoenix Swords. Yeah.
Hey, I did see it last weekend.
Valerian?
A lot of RTT, or a lot of meta RTT armies. So like half the armies were Custodes, half the other army was
Tau, yeah.
and then there was also New Craftworld.
Yeah.
And the actual top match for first was Custodes versus
Tau.
Yunari, yeah,
Oh.
or Craftworlds. Yeah, right?
Oh.
Yunari spanked Tau, but Custodes went into Yunari. This guy killed the Incarn like turn 1 or 2 because he just
Shot.
blopped
Yeah.
him. Yeah, really good. Didn't have damage.
So Valerian wasn't in that story.
well, Valerian ignores the brackets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was this guy, unless there's another relic or warlord trait that does the same thing.
Incarn has the bracketing thing?
He has half damage.
Right, so not.
think.
They
Does
probably
that
just
not? Does
shot.
that not?
No.
Never mind.
No. Valerian like ignores. Half damage actually would still work, funny enough.
Oh.
Because half damage changes your damage characteristic. It doesn't prevent any of the
Really?
damage. It just says you never dealt that much
Oh,
damage.
so it was just a random story then. Cool.
It was a good
but
story,
it was
though.
a good story.
I appreciated the story.
And
I was
listen,
just a
here's
little
another
confused.
one. Valerian is actually a root, and it helps put humans to sleep, and it gives cats a lot of energy and excitement. So we're full of stories
Okay.
here today.
All right. Well, I don't think that was.
Thank you, Zach.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't. It's not that I dislike Valerian. That's not the problem.
I imagined we'd move on to another question after.
No,
said
I
that.
feel like we
Okay.
didn't actually answer Jason's question. Jason, it's not that I dislike Valerian. It's that I more so like building my own hero. Right. That's kind of the fun of the Custodes Codex. Is like, ooh, this guy has this ability and that relic, and then this Captain Commander. Right. Like you stack all these buffs on one guy, and then you do it again. And that's the fun of Custodes.
Bridger goes to the Crusade section and then rolls for his character name.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I do.
Every game he does that.
They kind of built in Crusade into the normal rules for Custodes.
Well, the book is definitely suggestive of that.
Thanks, Scary, saying hi. Eldar for the win. It's nice to see the game.
Dude,
What's up, Scary?
Scary. I was watching their, oh dang it, I think it was Mini Wargaming, their last video, their last stream. Really nice.
Cool.
Really awesome.
Yeah, it was a close game. The Eldar did not pull it out, but look, one or two things they do differently, one or two sets of dice rolls differently, maybe.
Dude, yeah, I think if I wasn't rolling so hot on that one turn, it would have been a different game. Like, you would take away my assets.
Yeah, I know. It was funny because we kind of knew it would be a game where it came down to like one big turn.
Yeah.
Because I had to kill a bunch and then you'd kill back.
Yeah.
And you can't have that turn be the turn I roll bad and you roll well. It could be almost any other turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one. Not that turn.
That was a rough turn to bounce, Zach.
Yeah.
Should have chose a different turn to bounce.
Should or
Maybe turn one you could have
roll
bounced?
better something.
It would have been okay if you bounced turn one.
Turn one bounce would have
Except
been.
he did also bounce turn one. Because I stayed on this objective with the brother captain that lived forever.
Yeah. He sucked.
Oh, but you stole the objective anyway, so it didn't matter. With the Rangers.
Right. Turn one was okay, but yeah.
Got away with it.
Yeah, but he sucked.
All right, thanks, Arcanos. Nope. Thanks, Arcanos. Need a little help. I don't know CSM well yet, and I'm unsure, and I don't know how to build out my Chosen for Emperor's Children. I know Plasma is their jam, but what about melee weapons?
Ooh. Wait, Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
What unit is this?
Chosen.
Chosen. Look, I don't know.
I know Chosen in Sigmar, funny enough. The Mortal Chosen in Sigmar, that I got. Chosen 40k, literally never seen them play. Because that's why I kind of laughed earlier, Zach, when you said that they're cool, is because they've been legendarily bad for a very long time.
Well, the models are cool, and they're new. So it's nice to get new models.
Maybe in 2025 when their book comes out.
Yeah.
They'll be good.
Well, but you guys know what Chaos Space Marines can take, so overall.
I honestly, I
Shows?
played against
Do they
some
get power
really
weapons?
good Emperor's Children players, and I don't think they have ever taken anything but Lightning Claws. But if it's a Terminator, maybe Power Fist, Thunderhammer?
It looks like they can take Lightning Claws, so I would always take
Is that
that.
the actual model?
Yeah. What do you?
Oh,
This chest.
whoa.
Looks like they can have
That's really cool.
chain axe, power sword, some kind of weird mace thing. Lightning claw. I would go lightning claws.
Lightning claw every time.
Every time?
Looks the coolest
All the
too
time?
in this picture.
I guess another
These
good
are
way
cool
to answer.
models. To your point, Zach, these are cool models.
Can you put these in a drop? Your drop pod?
Yeah.
Drop pod piece?
Are those the new? And those are the new ones, Bridger?
Yes. Yep.
Chosen from Eldritch Summons. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I think another good way to answer the question would just be like, what is the role of this unit, and then so what do you equip them with based on that, right?
Emperor's Children. Just make all your charges and then get in.
Yeah, they're not because
ABC.
Emperor's Children has shooty peeps. Right?
Oh, sure, in the form of like noise marines, I guess.
And blitz and stuff you're gonna take, right? But so these guys are gonna be your melee guys,
Sure.
which is leans towards lightning claws currently, right?
So chosen are the chaos version of veterans. They're like the elite infantry before Terminator.
Okay, can you jump pack them?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think then that becomes like raptors and
Right.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So they're not Vanguard veterans. They're more
I
like
see.
Sternguard veterans.
So
or
they're
the
not
other one.
melee focused? Is what you're
Well,
telling
they're
me?
CSM, so they're either. Like
Sounds
chaos,
like-
most of their units can take like a melee weapon and a plasma or a combi or
We like that? Sounds like melee. Sounds like drop
You would
pod.
go all melee. Drop
sounds like
pod.
drop pod lightning claws.
But then at that point, why aren't you just taking warp talons? That's just warp talons with extra steps.
Do both. I don't know.
You've described warp talons with extra steps. I don't know. If you can take them with plasma, the picture I saw didn't have plasma, but that doesn't mean they can't have plasma. Then yeah, as Emperor's Children, you want plasma. I don't think you can have a whole squad of them with plasma, although they are veterans,
Let's
so
do
maybe you
this.
can.
I'm gonna go grab the Eldritch Summons book, which has their
Why did you mute yourself?
stats on
Such
it.
a weird time.
I know, I'm used to muting when I
You
get up.
yourself mid-sentence.
I'm gonna grab. I know exactly where it is.
Look, I'm just gonna play with this knife, all right?
This really is the insane running the asylum tonight. This is
How did Adrian leave us alone?
quite a low for us.
Hey, look, we put on a good show.
Are you unmuted, Zach?
I think I am. I never actually muted myself.
Okay, good.
I muted myself
You know
and
what?
talked, and then unmuted myself.
No,
and didn't.
it's not good.
Here we go. Okay, chosen. Let's see.
Oh.
Any chosen may take one of the follow from the melee weapons list.
Yeah.
Melee weapons list. It's not even. There is no.
Oh no.
Oh boy, we bit off more than we bargained for. Well, that book is probably currently in the Chaos Space Marines book.
Yeah.
And they can, up to 4 chosen, can take one of the following options. Replace bolt pistol with plasma pistol, spicy. Bolt gun with combi weapons or special weapons list.
Yep,
Again, we
combi
don't
plas.
have that list.
No, combi plus. This is what you take.
Okay, and then, or replace bolt gun with bolt pistol and with a lightning claw. Bolt gun and bolt pistol with a lightning claw.
With 1 or 2?
It actually says with a lightning claw.
That doesn't seem right, because the picture has 2 lightning claws.
And
Hold on, there's more.
an additional chosen replaces bolt gun with 1 item from the special weapons or heavy weapons list.
Right, plasma gun.
Champion equipment list. There's some lists in here that we don't have. That they're
Champion
referring to.
can also take combi, because this is just a copy paste of the Space Marines.
In the Chaos Space Marine book. They seem like generalists. So the question is like, you want to make. The question, I guess, is like, are you making a melee unit or a shooty unit?
Yeah. I think Bridger seems to be on board with the plasma life.
Yeah,
That's not terrible.
that's what you do. You drop part them in, you plasma, then they
Well,
die.
I'll tell you one thing. If they overheat,
They do.
uh,
You can take a Lord.
you're
reroll
only
once.
losing 1 wound. That's the bright side.
So you're saying don't even take the Lord. Just let them
That's
die.
efficiency.
Yeah, that's
Just let them die. Arcanos. Chosen are cool. Build them however you want them to look.
yeah.
For melee
I'm
weapons,
sure,
if you want melee weapons, take lightning claws.
I'm
'cause
sure
they
it's
look
a
the coolest.
limited kit, right? Like there's only
If
if it's in a box,
I don't
then
know.
like maybe
You
there's
know
not.
what? I bet I have a
overheat.
picture of the sprue.
But the final thing I would just say,
We're
like,
diving deep into this.
look, nobody knows when this book is coming out.
That's right.
But what I would say is, like, you can take a guess and say it'll probably come out. I know Bridger likes to joke that it's never going to come out, but it's probably going to come out.
Never. 2025.
Well, no, I think my guess is stab in the dark. My stab in the dark would
wait,
be
last
18,
time?
18 months. right?
We asked him. He said 2030. So
I know.
it's actually
Oh, did I?
better. Right. So if I
poop.
guessed 18 months, I might throw a few magnets on them as you build them.
Yeah, invest the time, invest in the model. It'll be relevant eventually.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Lightning claws. There you go. Thanks, Pyrotech Titans. Going to my first RTT this weekend, and I'm using the new Eldar Codex. Thoughts on list?
Ooh.
It's Ulthway, Johnny. Ready? Ulthway.
Oh, he has a list. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was going to recommend Ultimate.
It's Ulthway. We have an Autarch, a Farseer on bike. That means the other two were on foot. 2 GD. Greater Demons. 2 Greater Demons. Guardian Defenders.
Guardian Defenders, yeah.
Rangers. Shroud Runners. 2 Fire Prisms. 6-man Storm Shield. Striking Scorpions. 9-man Dire Avengers. Wraith Guard. 2 Wraith Blades.
Wow. Look, I actually like the Wraith in Oathway. They're core, so they're subject to a lot of potential in the form of psychic buffs. Oathway helps you get those buffs on. So I like that. I like that you have
Guard and Blade both
the
core.
Wraiths. Sorry?
Guard and Blade both core. Wraith Guardian.
Yeah, both core.
Cool. Okay.
Really awesome. -1 damage, a lot of toughness. They're expensive. A lot of the Codex is expensive. Wraith, really expensive.
Yeah.
I would try to make a 20-man Guardian squad. It sounds like you have 2 10-mans.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Two Fire Prisms is a strange choice.
Yeah, I don't like Fire Prisms. I'm not convinced. Let me know if it's good if you do decide to run them. Give me a message or in the Craftworld Discord channel. I'm not sold. It's intriguing that you can ignore invulns. Could be good against Custodes. You're playing an RTT, so you probably want to do pretty good.
This list sounds really like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're going, if you take this list, which would be cool,
Yeah.
you're going to walk away after one day being like, this works, this doesn't work. You're gonna learn a lot with all
Right.
these different things.
And I mean, it's literally, the Codex is literally coming out that weekend.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you just need to vet out your list, get some reps in, get familiar with the Codex. You're gonna get a lot wrong. You're gonna make some mistakes. That's totally fine. This is probably the list to do it.
Yeah.
After having some games, I have some opinions on what's good and what's bad, but could be wrong. I don't have a ton of games with it.
Yeah.
But let me know if you like the Fire Prisms. And let me know if you like the Autarch. I don't know. You already have access to a lot of rerolls, especially with Guardian Defenders being on objectives. A lot of that's not core. I guess Wraith benefit from
What'd you think of
Autarch.
my Autarch over here? She did work.
With the right relics, you invested a lot of CP. She did do work,
Yeah.
for sure.
You can build them good.
I like
the
cheap.
Falcon and the reroll charging, Saim-Hann, yeah.
I don't know. I like cheap. I like
Yeah.
cheap.
It's 100 points.
So they are in chat, and they said the Fire Prisms are for the 2 damage profile against Marine-like things, which I think is decent. However, it's Strength 6 now, and it's not core, so you're not getting any rerolls or anything fancy.
Yeah.
I think Fire Prisms are still kind of an all-in type unit, where you're like 0 or 3. And the reason you're taking 3 is for the Ignore Invuln, and you want to be able to do it 2 turns in a row. So you poke 1 out, shoot all 3 through that. It dies. You do it again the next turn with 2.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's why I would run 3. And I would only take it if you really need to kill big things with Invulns.
Yeah.
But 2 to kill Marines, you just have more efficient ways to kill Marines.
Yeah,
Banshees.
there's a ton of 2 damage in the army. There's so many ways to get it. Striking Scorpions with an Exarch,
Right.
auto wounding, 2 damage with the Biting Blade.
Yeah.
It immediately kills a squad of 5 Marines.
Even Banshees,
Banshees,
like, super
Executioner.
efficiently kill Marines.
Or Mirror Swords.
Yeah.
Take the upgrade for 2 damage. 10 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
With just the Exarch.
They're
Yeah.
a little pricey,
Wipes.
but shuriken cannon bikes. I mean, there's shuriken cannons everywhere, right?
Yeah. Star Cannons.
Pricey, but cheaper than Fire Prisms for killing Marines.
Yeah. I don't think Marines are going to be your problem. Unless maybe they're rampant in your meta.
Yeah.
I would be more concerned about like Custodes and Tau, right?
Which is where triple Fire Prism is a consideration.
True.
Maybe.
True. Maybe. Ignoring Invulns on Custode bikes, pretty saucy.
But shooting 3 Fire Prisms at Custodes at 1 squad, not great.
And it's 2d3 damage, so you're spending 2 shots.
I think it's 3d3 damage.
Oh yeah, 3d3 damage. Odds are you kill a bike.
You'll definitely
easily
kill a bike.
Could easily roll under 6 damage though, right?
Bikes have 5 wings.
Oh, okay.
And on
More
3d3,
likely.
the chances of you rolling 4 is very low. It's 1, 1, 2.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. So pretty good.
So
Good.
every wound that goes through will kill a bike.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And you'll definitely re-roll if you roll 3-1.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited. Definitely don't be afraid to fail, and let me know about the results.
I wonder how things do. Yeah, it's such a
It's just
eclectic
a
list.
A lot of things that I haven't run yet. I haven't run Wraith, haven't run Fire Prisms, so I'm interested to see. Haven't run an Odd Target at all.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Highs. Good morning, guys. Oh boy, it's morning for people. How is playing new Saim-Hann compared to the old Codex? And have you already decided which Craftworld Bridger should play? Is there a Dark Angels Craftworld? Stay well, Titans. That's Aeldari, right? That's the Wraith? That's the Dark Angels Craftworld? Because I would play Wraith.
Aeldari's like pirate.
Most
Wraiths,
emo, you'd be Oathway, right?
They're
kind of the
guess.
Most
they're
emo
more
is Oathway?
probably.
There is
Because their color's black? Is that what you're saying?
well, Oathway is closest to the Eye of Terror, except for Altanzar is actually like they actually came out with a white dwarf before the Codex even came out, and so it's actually they have rules for it.
Is it good? What's it do?
It's actually very interesting.
Okay.
And Altanzar, so their story is they are literally their craft world is stuck in the Eye of Terror.
That sounds terrible.
It's terrible. They're kind of seen as corrupted. They're super pale. They're part of the Aeldari now. But they, for fate dice, they can decide to bring one up or down a point.
Oh, that's cool.
A pip. So it's kind of cool. They have a lot of Dark Reapers, and so they have Dark Reaper strats.
Oh, cool.
They have a Warlord trait for exploding 6s, so they can command phase.
I love how excited you get about Eldar, John.
Dude, it's cool.
You get so
Altanzar,
passionate.
really cool.
They sound cool.
Weird lore question. Couldn't they just get in the webway and leave?
Well, craft worlds are real space objects.
They can't go in the
like
webway?
they actually have to like navigate real space.
So they can't go in the
So
webway.
they can't fit a craft world through a webway. A city size,
They couldn't
like
just
a
make
world size
bigger
craft
webway game?
world
'Cause
through.
It also
webway.
sounds like Oathway and Bealtan are narcs, and it also sounds like they wouldn't let him out of there.
Yeah, no, they're definitely like the only people that would accept them is Yunari, basically.
I mean,
Which are already kind of sketchy.
the reason I asked, John, is the Imperium figured out how to put a capital ship through the warp with a Geller field the size, like, hundreds of miles long. I feel like Eldar, who've been around forever, can figure out how to get a craft world in their home.
Yeah. Have they not heard of like Lightspeed? Or like, I don't know.
Like, are craft worlds really this, like, bad? Like, they can't...
Poorly managed.
Right.
Not enough vision and leadership.
Look, I don't know the answer to these questions.
They need a change, a CEO. They need a serious leadership change.
They need to change the leadership.
Just not doing it.
Because they're just not going in the right direction.
Saim-Hann.
They're going into the Eye of Terror.
Right.
They need to just put it in reverse. Get out of there.
Saim-Hann today versus a few months ago in 8th Ed. What I've basically been saying is it's less of a bike army now and is more of a melee army. So that said, I thought my bikes were cool, but they didn't really do Saim-Hann things. They could have. And against some factions they will. Like, be cool to scurry across the board, do some shooting, tag a vehicle.
Yep.
Shut it down a little bit. But then I can fall back and charge, and really the bikes want to be shooting. So your Wind Riders are going to be still cool, but they're not going to be what make them Saim-Hann-y. Now I think it's all about striking Scorpions, Banshees, and of course Shining Spears are awesome. But I will also say, I wanted to love Storm Guardians for this army, but they're
only 2 attacks each, AP 1. They're still strength 3 or 4.
There's no 4. No. If they were 4, it might even be okay.
That's so bad.
But it's just strength 3, yeah.
Wounding T6 on 6.
Yeah. I think I didn't really get to use them, but I like the idea of gussying up your Dire Avenger Exarch to make him a little good in combat.
Yeah.
I think, just like in the old book, I think Autarchs are actually compelling in Saim-Hann. Banshees are cool, like I said. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I
fun.
think you're right. Scorpions, really interesting at Saim-Hann. What everyone has been kind of doing with Scorpions is infiltrating like big squads up front, do a crazy cool alpha strike. Now with Saim-Hann, you can advance and charge.
Reroll the charges.
And reroll charges, and now you're getting way back into the lines. Now Tau can't even Kao Yun redeploy like kind of backwards to stop that. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
You do have the 1 CP advanced and charge stratagem. That makes Shining Spears this thing that sits back in your L, sits back hiding in your deployment zone. And when that's what we did here today, right? Go and delete something.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Keep it cheap.
Keep it cheap.
It'll do the work.
New Saim-Hann, more melee, less bikey. But bike's still cool.
Cool.
All right, chat's chewing me out for
what happened?
the size of a Craftworld. It's like significally larger than the largest Imperial ship. It's okay.
It's a world.
It's a world.
It's literally
in the name.
But
like
Imperial
this is a civilization, like in.
But Imperial capital ships hold like tens of millions of people. They're also huge.
Yeah, they are.
It's
You're not wrong.
All of it is of an absurd scale. So and GW arbitrarily decided that Craftworld ships just can't go in the
Bridger's point is correct. Like things are so big. So when can we no longer? Right, I get it.
Where are we drawing the line here?
But it is a world technically. So
okay.
That's where we draw the line.
Well,
the worlds to the warp guys.
In my evaluation, this reflects poorly on the Craftworld.
Look, if worlds can go through the warps, everything is cast. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing? Any of this?
They're also constantly getting sucked in by the Aeldari. Like the Aeldari is like not letting them leave.
Yeah.
You know, like there's Primarchs that cannot escape the Aeldari.
We think.
I don't know.
No spoilers.
There's that scene from that book where a whole planet turns into a chaos monster. So I don't know. All right, thanks. Hamsterdam, trying to figure out a list for light Harlequins. Do you think fusion boats still make sense with the limit on number of fusions in a squad? How many Skyweavers and how to kit them out? Would you take 1 Troop Master or 2? Anything else?
Yo, this is wild. These are all good questions. Internally, Adrian and I, hot debate. What's the best characteristic is what they're calling it now. Is it light?
Or dark.
Or dark, right? Light
So
is more
edgy.
defensive, and they're all offensive. Like they're all bad joke. Okay. So light is
good.
always.
It took me a second, but it is good. It is good joke.
Outside of 12, you can only hit them on 4 up.
Right.
Keep in mind, our vehicles cannot be re-rolled against, and they're -1 to be hit. So custodes are hitting them on 4s, not re-rolling. Huge.
Tau.
Pretty cool.
Really
Tau,
not
already
done well.
hard time hitting
5s.
things. Now it's like always 5s.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So very defensive, very good. I like kind of issuing them in like a patrol into a Craftworld, so like have some durability there.
Oh, there's also Twilight.
There's also Twilight, which is kind of cool. Dark is the complete opposite. Very killy. You get an extra AP, so you're AP 3 with your weapons. You can jinx something for AP 4 and ignore invulns. Now you're cutting through custodes in melee. Pretty wild. So, I don't know. I like both for their own individual reasons. I would definitely pick from those 2 though. Twilight's also interesting, but yeah. I would say 1 squad of bikes, take a Shadow Seer, make them untargetable outside 18, have them shoot the whole game, and not die. I like the Haywire still, I think. Pretty cool. I would take the Glaives just because it could do something, possibly, if it does get close.
So they asked about fusion boats, but
Yeah.
you can only have 2 fusions in a 5-man, right?
So fusion boats are not a thing anymore.
So it's not really, yeah.
It's not really, it's unfortunate. Like you have to build the kit how it comes in the box now.
Right.
So it's like 2-2-2. Yeah, I wouldn't base it around that. It would be so good if you were light and try to do that, but and just stay in your boats all day. But now you have strats to go out of your transport, do a thing, kill, and then get back in after you're done kind of combat, right? I think it's like Curtain Fall or something. Really cool. Troop
I love all the
Masters.
names. I love all the like
It's cool.
silly names for the Harlequin.
Troop Masters, you definitely need 1. I don't know. They reroll 1s for your troop. I don't know if you want 2. I think you're already taking so many characters. If you're pure Harlequins, you're taking Solitaires, maybe you're taking a Death Jester, you're probably taking a Shadow Seer. I don't think you want 5 characters. I don't even think you want 4. Probably want 3, right? I don't know. What would you do with a second Troop Master? Just spread out buffs?
Well, it used to be the case that you would give them different relics and they would be monsters.
Right.
Each
one
of them
would be very
insane.
killy, one would be very support heavy.
Right.
Can't really do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, 1 CP back into a transport. That's cool.
Yeah. What is it called? Dynamic.
The Curtain Falls.
The Curtain Falls.
You were right, yeah.
Look at that. Dude, John memorized this book in like a week.
Well, it also didn't really change. Curtain Falls, I think, was chase the opponent. Now it's get back into a transport. Yeah, I think that's my answer. Maybe take a second one if you're not at that 5 character limit, and play around with relics and traits. But if not, probably don't take a second Troop Master. My opinion.
Not
Light,
to get
very good.
back on the Craftworld thing, but do they have any faster than light travel? Like, are they just... How did they take over the galaxy?
Craftworlds move very slow. Actually, they survive. I think they move very slow. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Like, how did they take
They
over the galaxy?
survive by cloaking. Like people just don't know they're there.
Yeah, that's what the Raven Guard did, and they suck. Like, that is proven ineffective.
Sure.
How did Craftworlds rule the galaxy? They're so bad.
No, they didn't rule the galaxy. They actually had planets and
And they lost
actually
them all?
worlds and stuff.
Now
but
all that's
now
left
they're
is...
all kind of on the run in Craftworlds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on this whole
Gotta
Eldar
go.
thing.
That's the whole lore behind Eldar. You know, they're a fading race. They're a dying race, fallen from grace. Used to be awesome. Now they're half of what they used to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
A fraction.
All right, thanks, Kaldorf. With more Eldari armies likely being played, what anti-psyker units are worth using for Necrons? Gloom Prism Spiders with Silent King. Fun stream. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you named the only 2 anti-psyker units in that book.
Yeah, Gloom Prism actually seems pretty tasty, right? The thing is, the other 2 big armies that you need to fight, I keep going back to Custodes and Tau, but it's hard not to talk about them.
It's hard not to, yeah.
They don't psychic at all, so you're literally taking that just to kill Marines and mess up Eldar Psychic, maybe Grey Knight Psychic. So it's kind of hard to tech into them and justify them, but yeah, it would help you in the matchup if you see a lot running around. Yeah, that's where I land. Tough world with Necrons.
It's also worth noting the Gloom Prism, if you're taking it for the Eldar matchup, the body it's on, a spider, not great against Eldar. It's not many attacks, but they're high value attacks.
Yeah, good for killing Marines, 2 damage, right?
Right, but not great against tough 3 1-wound bodies that have invulns.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the toughness? 6, 7?
The strength of a spider?
No.
Toughness of a spider.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 or 6. It's not 7. Spiders are small.
Yeah. I mean, at least Shuriken is rough on a Gloom Prism. Yeah. Vehicle spam seems very interesting for Necrons now. Like OBSEC vehicle spam, kind of cool. You won't be able to play the mission very well, but...
Like Ghost Arcs and Doomsday Arcs?
Doomsday Arcs, and then, I don't know.
Tesseract Vaults?
No.
Or Tesseract
Maybe
Arc? The shooty one from
the spider guy as well. Triarch.
Triarch Stalker, sure.
Stalker's kind of cool. Like spam those with OBSEC. Could be interesting. Eldar will have a really hard time getting through those. I don't know.
Interesting.
Play around with it. Like you really have to be innovative and like creative with Necrons. Yeah.
I got schooled on the webway just now. I'm learning a lot about Eldar.
Rangers getting beat up over there.
Well, I mean,
Poor
I'm
guy.
You're making him sad. He's just like,
I'm having a lot of uninformed opinions, and people who have informed opinions are upset with me, and that's fair.
That happens.
Unfortunately, this is the internet, and I, the uninformed person, have the platform.
Yeah. That's not great.
Well, that's the internet, Zach.
Yeah, it's not always great, but it is good often.
I love it.
That's my opinion. Uninformed opinion.
All right, last one for the night. Thanks, Michael. How should I play Thousand Suns against these 2 armies? Side note, when Meg labels her army, Samantha should be one of the names.
Want to take a stab?
At the Samantha thing?
Look, I haven't gotten reps in with Grey Knights, or
Thousand
excuse me,
Sons.
with Thousand Sons. So, I mean, like, Eldar, I don't know, like what you're canceling some stuff. I don't know. I mean,
It's rough. Like Thousand Sons, they are good at getting off powers.
yeah.
They're kind of mediocre, kind of standard at denying powers.
Okay.
If you had a way to really stop Doom and Guide definitively,
And Jinx.
and Jinx, it'd be very good. But I don't think you do. Your little shots, like if you're running a big blob of Terminators, if you're running a lot of Rubrics, your little shots will do great into infantry.
Yeah.
But then now you have to get to them. You move very slow. If you're Duplicity, maybe you're moving a little faster. Watch out for things like Forewarned.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder, John? Kind of larger
Yeah.
question that relates to maybe these three armies going against each other.
Yeah.
You know, as somebody who played Tau, people will be, oh man, you know, the Necron question that just came up. They don't have a lot of anti-psychic, right?
Right.
Tau have virtually none.
Yeah.
And people kind of would always say, oh man, you have no anti-psychic, you go up against a psychic army, you're in trouble. And my answer is, well, I'm just going to shoot them.
Yeah.
So I often think that sometimes
Good old Zach.
nowadays
shoot 'em.
in Knockmoon, like War Patrol, like, you know, I went after that a lot. And I shot it down a couple times. You went after mine.
Scry, yeah.
Those are worth going after
Yeah.
if you can. But like otherwise, like the army, you know, Thousand Sons, like that's how the army works.
That's a good point.
That's how these armies work. They're, you know, if you can deny, you try to deny. If you
Yeah.
can't, do you tech against it? I don't know.
No.
Or do you count yourself out because they slightly out psychic you? Like, no, you go shoot them.
Yeah.
How do you? Here's what I would say. How are you going to deal with Eldar with Thousand Sons? Shoot them with Rubric Marines, and assault them with Scarab Call.
Just play the game.
Play the
Yeah,
game.
play the game.
Don't get caught up on is it psychic versus psychic. That never. I mean, that doesn't work
good.
in Sigmar with
good.
magic versus magic. Like you still go and you do your thing, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true. That's good. I like it.
Hot takes from Zach.
Hot take.
I don't know.
Just shoot him.
Just shoot them or stab them.
There you go.
Whatever comes first.
Whatever comes first.
Grey Knights, you might lose that one.
Yeah, but
Knights,
seriously,
no.
Grey Knights.
You might
you're in
actually,
big trouble for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They just do everything. No, they like deny you. It's already a hard matchup for Thousand Sons in that one.
As it should be.
Makes sense.
Canonically.
Your Psychers, they hunt. Well, your Demons and Psychers, they hunt.
Demons and
Demons
Psychers.
and Psychers, yeah.
Canonically, Grey Knights should be great against Thousand Sons.
Yeah.
It's rough.
I think, honestly, more lore matchups should be super lopsided. Custodes against anything else Imperium should just be hands down Custodes crush them.
Eldar versus Slanesh.
Hot take.
Just a big problem. Slanesh versus Eldar, also really good. both lopsided.
Honestly, kind of the issue now. Yeah. If that ever were to happen, if Slanesh was actually like a thing.
Both really good against each other. It's gonna be
One
tough.
CP, reroll everything, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it's been fun. It's been real. But that's going to do it for us tonight.
Awesome. Should we talk about what's coming up again, or are we kind of over it?
More Eldar this Saturday. We definitely want to talk about that.
Yeah, Field Tech.
Release day. I'll actually be in the comfort of my own home. You two will be back. Adrian will be here. I'm in the Adrian spot. Hopefully rolling a little bit better than me, but probably not. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's playing Oathway or Bealtan?
I think he's playing Bealtan, not Oathway for sure.
Bealtan. You guys are having a serious Oathway Bealtan.
Well, you too. You and Saim-Hann.
But that is my army. It's painted. There's giant snakes all over my models. I have no choice. And then out of nowhere, Brian's like, "Hey guys," we calling us with
I've
mom.
been looking at a light talk. What do you guys think?
And you know he wants to actually do one of the three that we have.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know he really wants to
Yeah, yeah.
paint with it.
He's looking to see, like, he's actually probably watching these games and like, all right, which one's like the best one?
Yeah, and he's So anyway,
Yeah.
whatever. What's Adrian Bealtan?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
probably playing Tyranids. It seems like a cool matchup. I don't know if
Super
I'm
cool.
exactly going Crusher. Maybe not Crusher. Maybe just Leviathan.
Light Crusher?
Light Crusher.
Crusher Light?
Crusher Light. Yeah.
And then Monday, Zach.
Oh, we do have a little thing coming out Monday.
I didn't even mention this before.
So Monday, we have some Age of Sigmar happening. We know one of the factions in that matchup will be Fire Slayers.
Fire Slayers. I'll be playing the Fire Slayers.
Also on Hobby Titans in this upcoming week, you'll be able to see how we painted our Hobby Titans, our Titan Studio Fire Slayers army, because we painted it super fast, like in 2 days, more or less. And we kind of did a special effect to make that happen quickly. But we think it came out cool. We think you guys will like it. And if you suddenly need an army in like 2-3 days, we'll show you how to do that.
Some good tips. Yeah.
Yeah. So Monday, Fire Slayers. I think we're still figuring out their opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Probably you, though, Zach.
it would probably be you and me, and somebody who hasn't been producing, not John. We'll have to.
John, are you going to produce?
I don't know. Am I?
No.
These are good questions.
Yeah, right on air. John, you committing to producing on air right now? Yeah, we're not sure. It might be Fire Slayers versus Necrons, though, we think.
Versus Necrons? Yeah.
That's what we were talking about today.
Well,
My money's on Fire Slayers, to be
All
honest.
right.
We think they have the shooting, though, is the thing.
your toughness probably isn't going to stop me.
That's okay. That's okay. I think it'll still be a good matchup.
All right.
Yeah, so please, if you are AOS fan or if you're AOS curious, stop by Monday night, join us. It is a fun game. It is wacky, and it's still tactical and cool and lots of fun stuff going on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know I am.
Yeah. Did we do it?
We
We
did
did
it.
the
Did we
thing.
talk about all the things? Okay.
We will catch you next time on the tabletop.
Bye.